Well, it is hot in the desert today. And I don't just mean by ginger Englishman standards. I'm getting dangerously close to revealing I have an umbrella in my pack for the sun. I've been trying to keep it out of the video. I've not used it yet, but I think it might be coming.
First night out of town yesterday. Had a really beautiful spot. I'm trying to say, what way do I turn? It was down there. That's me just walking out of camp. Did a 9-mile day because we didn't leave town until just after lunch. Yeah, it was pretty good. I mean, there was a bit of a steep climb coming out of town, and the weather was hot, like really hot. Mainly because there was just no wind. And it just was relentless. But we made it. And we had a really lovely time in camp last night. All got there in a good time to sit and cook together, which was sweet. And we managed to get accommodation sorted for our next town stop, which is called Idyllwild. Where they have a mayor who's a dog. Only in the States. But yeah, so 11-mile day today. Because we're timing it so we can stop into Montezuma for a breakfast and a beer before hiking on, and that's only 14 miles away, so yeah, short day today. Also, we're coming up for a water cache, so there was no water yesterday, but there are places where people leave caches of water for us to refill our bottles with, which is fantastic. So 4 miles off that, we'll probably stop and have a break. And then, yeah, on to camp.
Water. There it is. So we're on the PCT this morning, and we're walking through a cow pasture. Look at all those cute cows. They're so adorable. Just chilling, eating grass, wondering what the heck I'm doing in their field. Good morning, cows. So cute. So I'm eating lunch by myself today. I suspect that Buck and Robin went to the next water source to eat lunch, which is like 3 miles from here. But it's already like pretty hot and there's not much shade, and I was kind of hungry, so I stopped early to eat here instead. This like really pathetic patch of shade next to the trail. Yeah, it's really hot today, and I'm really thirsty and have been drinking a ton of water, so I'm looking forward to getting more. But the good news is that I'm almost out of food because we're buying more food tomorrow, so my food bag is really light, which should help make up for some extra water weight, hopefully, going forward here. Today's our longest day that we're planning on doing so far. It's like 17 miles. And I think I have done about 10, so I've got 7 more to go. Not sure if I should like sit and wait out some of the heat or if I should just press on here. I'll probably just press on because it turns out it's really boring sitting in the shade by yourself with no cell service. So yeah, that's what I'm doing.
I think what's happened over the last couple of days. My sunglasses broke, which is excellent. We had our first rattlesnake encounter, just a baby one, but people that know me will know that I'm really not a fan of them. But you know, this is ready to kill. This is their backyard, so kind of got to accept that they're here. I'm always scanning, like 5 meters around me whenever I'm walking. I very rarely hike with headphones in. Sorry, can you tell we're doing a 15-mile climb today? I'm probably panting. Yeah, I'm always scanning. I very rarely hike with headphones because if there is a rattle, I want to be able to hear it. And then this one just didn't rattle until I was basically right on it. And it was like tucked around the back of a rock, so I couldn't see it. And it was also at shoulder height because we were walking by a bank. So suddenly there's just this huge rattle right next to me. I sprang about 8 feet down trail in one bound. But it was okay. It just coiled up. Stayed where it was, watched us go by. It was fine. People say that the baby ones are the most dangerous because they haven't learned how precious a resource their venom is, so they're more likely to use it on something that they know isn't prey. I have no idea if there's any truth in that or not. It was definitely a baby one, small, brown rather than black. The last day and a half have been super tough. Just loads of uphill, really steep. Felt like we're almost back on the AT. So we haven't done many speaking videos during that time, mostly because it would just be voice clips of us being like up trail for mile after mile after mile as it seemed. But thankfully that's over now. we're now on a nice gradual 1.5 miles downhill, where we'll get to a trail junction, and then we'll take a 2-mile Blue Blaze like side trail down to down a trail called the Devil's Slide. So looking forward to seeing how steep that is, and that'll take us to the town of Idyllwild, where we'll take our first 0 tomorrow. So we'll take a whole day off trail just to rest up and recuperate, which will be really nice. Enjoy the town. Idyllwild is the town where the mayor is a golden retriever called Max, so hopefully we'll get to see him. I hear he takes a really rough stance on crime. I've been saving that for a long time. No, but hopefully he'll take a pause in his re-election campaign to come and see us. I hear he has a pretty long lead in the polls, so I'm sure he can afford to. Oh man, I had one more pun and I can't remember what it was. Oh yeah, his approval ratings are through the roof. That gave me a lot of joy working on those over the last 3 days. That's why they're so good, of course.
So we're heading into town today for our first ever 0, very exciting. And so when we do that, we usually like to leave a kind of lower mile day in the morning, just so you know you don't get in town too late. You have enough time to make the most of all the restaurants and all the lovely things that are there. So we ended up camping about 8 miles short of the junction into Idyllwild, thinking, yeah, that'll be fine. Not so much. Apparently, all uphill, and we had to cross 54 fallen trees. 54. Most of them bigger than me.
Hey, how you doing?
Sorry, passing a fellow hiker. But yeah, I counted 54. It was really rough.
That felt like the longest 2 miles of my life. How is that possible?
I just hope it's not the same on the way up.
It's gonna be worse.
I know, not with that mindset. Yes, with that mindset, I mean. My goodness.
And take a picture. Okay, Max, look right here. Max,